Woo! I didn't want to make this video, but I'm going to anyway because this is my rant. Please have patience with me. This is kind of off the cuff. I wrote a few things down. Here we go. Let's talk about it. Christian music has an excellence problem. And why is that? Like, my big question is, why are Christian music artists just grabbing on to low-hanging fruit? It doesn't matter if it's like bad production, really bad songwriting, or AI music. It's just awful to hear some of the garbage that's being released nowadays, and it just makes me sad. It makes me sad because I'm a Christian music artist myself, okay? I believe full-heartedly that we need to create to reflect the love and greatness and majesty of our Creator. You see, I have my own story about this. Back in the day, I was writing songs. I've been writing songs and like recording on like tape recorders and everything when I was like 12. And then I moved on to recording very rough versions in Cubase and things like that with my friends, and wondering why radio wouldn't play those songs. We worked hard on them. We would put hours into them. Mixing, mastering, editing, tracking, all of it. But it didn't sound good. The quality wasn't there. And I was hurt that no one wanted to play my music, because if they didn't play these songs, like, where am I going to go? They need to accept me now for who I am, so when I release better songs, they'll already know who I am. Do you see the paradox there? Now, the beauty of that story is it took me on like a 15-year journey of getting better, honing my craft, becoming a really good producer. And now my songs are hitting the radio charts across Canada. I hit a radio chart in the States. God's been really blessing what I'm doing, but it came with a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work. Now, I'm making this video because I'm part of some music groups on Facebook, Christian music groups, that there's a lot of posts from people, and I want to say the word artists, but I want to be careful with it because there's a difference between what a real artist is and someone that, you know, kind of just dreams of being one day. And I don't want to take away anyone's dreams in this video. Like, I am not bashing you at all. If you have that dream and you aren't good yet, keep working at it. You're going to get good at it. You're going to do the reps, okay? You're going to get good at it. I promise you. But the problem is, I'm seeing a lot, and I mean a lot of people, posting either really horribly recorded and written songs in these groups, or the flip side, really pristine versions of AI songs that they just, you know, punched into Suno or whatever, and they're getting mad. They're like, literally, there's posts all over about this now. They're getting mad that nobody's listening to their music. They're like, I posted this 3 days ago and no one even liked it or listened to it. Like, what is wrong with the world nowadays? And when I see things like that, I'm thinking like, wait a second, this isn't an us problem. This is a you problem. You're putting like very low effort into art, expecting a huge return. Unfortunately, the AI kind of era we're in has brought like an ignorance to a level and to a degree where like people expect too much. Now, the other day when I seen this post, I was very curious and I followed the link, and it was an AI song. It was horribly written. It sounded fake, and it was no wonder that no one listened to it. And I followed quite a few links. Some of them are AI. Most of them are AI now. Most people don't even want to jump into a DAW or learn how to write. They just want to punch things into Suno. But I think, I mean, this is a different topic for a different time, but I think that game's going to die eventually because it's not sustainable for humanity to want emotional things like music from a computer. It just doesn't make sense. But I digress. I asked my wife this question this week, literally this week. I said, can you imagine a world without music? Because we were sitting around, we were listening to music. My family were big music buffs. I started imagining a world where, like, whether it never existed to begin with, but I feel like that hole would be filled with something else. So I'm thinking, like, what if music was actually banned, or all we ever had left was like AI slop? Like, what would we do? And that longing for like creating something beautiful and human and from the heart and soul to reflect the beauty of our Creator, that won't go away. So that's why we need to really stand up for creating great music. Now, this is just an aside, but if you're an artist and you're already releasing great music, I have a gift for you. It's free. Link in the description. It's a free release checklist that will just walk you through the steps that I go through every time now to make sure that my single is hitting the hardest that it can be and give it the best chance possible. So that's for you. It's in the description below. But moving on, whether it's AI or bad productions, these people, they call it a day and they call it acceptable. They're like, I bet you they don't even try like different iterations of the songs on Suno. Or if they're doing a vocal take in the studio, they're like, yeah, that's good enough. Guys, you're reflecting our Creator. You're reflecting Jesus Christ himself. Like, look at the God of the universe. Look around you. Creation is beautiful. There's the trees, there's grass, flowers. Look at the sky, look at the stars at nighttime. And tell me that the God of the universe who created us to sing and worship him and to create music and bless others around us, you think that that's just good enough? Like good enough's going to do it? Because I think you're very wrong if that's the case. The problem with these artists, they're being fake about it. That's really what gets me. They're acting like they put all this effort and they pour their heart and soul into the studio for a year and a half and created an album, when in fact they spent probably 30 minutes on their computer and created a full album that they didn't do anything but type in a few prompts, right? That's the worst part, is the fakery. Now, the caveat is, if you're creating a song for like your grandfather that's on his deathbed just to explain how much you love him, sure, that's beautiful. Do you know what would probably be better? If you actually sang it to him, but that's, again, we'll move on. One use for AI are like the silly, stupid songs. I'm all for that. I've never used it. I probably never will, but I could see a purpose just to be like dumb about things. But when you're creating art for other people to enjoy and to really want the respect as an artist, it's not going to come from that. See, in the Christian music industry, we're writing music for King Jesus. And are you telling me that your 2.5 minutes on Suno to create the song that you believe is acceptable and what it deserves to get out in the ether of the Christian faith and the Christian community, you think it's like, is it worthy of a king? Like, would you create an AI song for King Charles and be like, this is my offering to you, King Charles? Not that many people probably even know who King Charles is anymore. I'm just saying, like, would you offer that as your best offering? What is your best? Imagine if I told my wife that I'm going to give her the best gift in the world. It's going to be incredible. You can't imagine how amazing this is going to be. Then I pull in the driveway and I get out of the car and I walk to the door with something behind my back. And I pull it out. I'm like, baby, this reflects the love I have for you. And it's fake flowers. They're just plastic flowers. Is it worthy of my wife? Like, am I showing love to my wife? Am I showing the respect she deserves? Or am I just trying to get gratified by what I did? The action, not the actual gift itself. We got to focus on the gift because the giver of the gift gave us the gift to give back to the giver. That sounded confusing, but it makes sense in my head. Now, this might be mean. I don't want to be incredibly mean here, but I'm going to be. If you can't write songs, if they don't, like, you can't hone that craft, like it's just, you just don't have it. If you can't sing at all, like you're terrible. If you can't play an instrument at all, that might be an indication that God gave you a gift somewhere else. There's some other place in the body of Christ, and I'm talking to Christians here, but I'm also talking to non-Christians. God gives everybody gifts, okay? Whether you believe in God or not, he filled you with passion for something. That's God-given, okay? And if you're trying to fulfill another passion somewhere else that you always had the dream, like, what if I wanted to be an astronaut? My dream is to be an astronaut, but I never took the steps to become an astronaut. And then when I'm like 50, I'm like, I'm gonna go to the moon. It's not gonna work, folks. It won't work. We live in a society where, like, yeah, live your dream, do whatever you want to do. You can't do whatever you want to do. That's just not how it works. I'm a dad to teenagers, and I have to be honest with them. I'm like, yo, that's not going to work. Sorry, kid. That's called love. And I'm trying to show that to you right now. So if that's you, I promise you, you have a gift somewhere else, and it's probably a gift that I don't have. But I guarantee you that it needs to be used. Ask God, show me where I should use my gifts, Lord. See, I'm a living testimony of this. When I started doing music like 20 years ago, I wasn't that good. Like I had the bare bones. I could play an instrument. I could play multiple instruments. I could sing. I could write, but I wasn't at the level that a professional was at. But then as I honed my skills and I continued to work on myself to be a well-rounded person, I started figuring out like, oh, I get better at lyrics by writing more. I get better at playing by playing more. I become more confident on camera by shooting more videos. I become more confident on stage while doing more concerts. Practice makes perfect. Takes a long time to get there. And now I'm seeing my songs hitting the charts on radio, which is fantastic. Like, that's a dream come true. I never thought that would happen. See, this is really important. What you create really matters. It truly does. It reflects a beautiful and a wonderful and a majestic creator who loves you and died for you. And what you create matters to the world around you. See, it's both vertical and horizontal. Vertical to God, back to God as a gift, but also horizontal in the way that it communicates the love of God to others around us. Now, I just want to put this plug in. If you have the gift, if you have been, or you're working at honing it, okay? You're a young artist, it doesn't matter the age, but you're up and coming, you're just beginning your journey, or you're trying to get your music to the next level. You already hit a plateau and you just want to keep going. I can help you with that, okay? I am a producer. Like I said, I have songs charting on the radio. I can take what you have and get you to that next level, but it takes intentionality and it takes work. I don't work with everybody. I'm not free. But what I'm saying is, and you don't have to work with me. If you know another producer, like, that's great. I'm just saying, like, I offer that service as well. It's also one of the things I do. But what I'm saying is, like, if you have the option to do better in this area and to create something that's actually authentic and real and not the fake like we're seeing nowadays, take that opportunity. You will be shocked at the response you get from actually creating real things. So if that interests you at all and you want to hit me up and we can work together, I work remotely. Like, if you're in my area, yeah, I'll record you in my studio. But most of the time I work remotely with my clients and my artists. So, but that's all the details we can get into in a later email or whatever it is. But I'm just saying that that's an option. Now, I want to leave you with 2 Bible verses, okay? This is from King Solomon. This is in Proverbs. A slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. He who gathers in summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps in harvest is a son who brings shame. What's that saying? It's saying that don't be lazy. Don't try to eke your way out of work. Work hard. Do a good job. You will reap a harvest. There's another verse I want to read to you. This is in Colossians. Paul wrote this. Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ. How are you serving Jesus today? Serving with the best you have. It's not by works, but do the best that you can. And work with the gifts that God gave you and bless those around you. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. If you agree with me or if you disagree with me, let's talk in the comments below. I'm always curious what people think about this subject. And I hope you enjoyed my rant. Give it a like. Let's create the best music possible for the only one that's worthy. God bless.